My name is Sarah Edmund and this is a video of initial consultation and health screening that is completed on the 26th of August 2018. So I have Regan is my client today. So I'm going to be running through his pre-screening for training, and he's also going to do my next 8 tasks with me as well and has agreed to do the filming of my videos. So Regan, I'll just run through with you quickly. So the reason behind doing these screenings when it comes to exercise is to actually get some information and also determine how you're going to train and what's going to be the best for you when you're training, which can include some background information, any family history as well. We'll also be looking at signs and symptoms of when you're exercising and training, but also any exercise intentions and what you've done in the past. So just to start off, we've got a couple of questionnaires. The first one that we have for you is our adult pre-exercise screening. So with this, I'm going to get a couple of details from you just so we can learn about your family history and also go through just for yourself what you've done for exercising. So just going to grab some details from you. So just your full name, please.
Regan, R-E-G-A-N.
Yeah.
McGovern, M-C-G-O-V-E-R-N.
And your date of birth as well.
26th of the 12th, 1990.
And your male.
Yes.
And today's date as well is the 26th of 8/18. Okay, so with this is going to let us know about any conditions. So has your doctor ever told you that you've had a heart condition or ever suffered a stroke?
No.
No? And do you have you ever experienced unexplained pains in your chest if you've been exercising or doing physical activity?
No.
Do you ever feel faint or have dizzy spells during physical activity that cause you to lose balance?
No.
Do you ever have asthma attacks that are requiring immediate medical attention anytime in the past 12 months?
No. All good.
Have you had diabetes type 1 or 2 or trouble controlling your blood glucose levels?
All good.
Have you been diagnosed with any muscle, bone or joint problems that could be worse through exercise?
No.
No? Thank you. And do you have any other medical conditions that need to be discussed today?
No, I did have asthma as a kid. It's something that's just basically gotten a lot better as I'm older.
Yep.
Occasionally, I think strenuous exercise I may start to struggle occasionally, but I don't think it's a big issue.
Yep, that's fine. And is it something that you've discussed with your doctor recently and they're happy for you to continue exercising with?
Yeah, it's something as I've got older, it hasn't been really an issue. They've said to monitor it, but it hasn't been an issue for quite some time.
Okay, what I might do as well, I might just recommend for you to go back to your doctor and have a chat to them just to make sure your asthma is fine for exercising, especially because you are a pro golfer as well, that you've said to me that you wanted to do that kind of training, just to make sure that there's nothing extra that they want you to be careful of as well. Okay, so with all of that, because you answered yes to all of the questions, you probably will still have to just check with your GP about that, but everything else seems pretty good. I don't think I'd need to refer you for anything else except for the asthma for now. So you're right to undertake some light and moderate activity. So what I'll get you to do is if you could just sign that's the best of your knowledge that this is all correct. Thank you. That's perfect. Okay, so the next part of our pre-screening, we're going to go over a few details about why you're exercising. So grabbing your information, and if you can tell us a bit more about everything that you're doing, that would be great. So I've got your full name, Regan McGovern, and your occupation, which I mentioned that you've already told me, golf professional. And we've got your contact details here as well, so your address. Okay, so when it comes to this as well, what is your #1 health and fitness goal?
The main thing is to get my training up to a good level with my golfing.
Yep.
So I'm a coach and I'm also looking to get back into playing. So one, I want to be good, so to be able to assess my own clients and also get my body into game competition ready, I suppose you'd say.
Yep.
So I'm looking to get some better mobility, increase strength, and just functional movement, really.
Okay, and when were you wanting to achieve this by?
Well, basically just starting to get back into it now in terms of competition phase over the next few months. So realistically, probably the next 4 to 6 months is probably a good window.
Yeah. Now, as well as this kind of training, is there any other important goals that you do have for exercise?
I think just as well, personal movement and just, overall well-being. Pretty happy with my size. I'm not trying to put on a massive amount of muscle. I like to get a little bit of lean muscle, but just strip fat and just try and keep lean and fit more than anything as well.
That's fine. So what do you need to be successful when you train?
I think obviously I need a program that's basically detailed, it's specific. It's definitely something I can understand, so I can take on board. Not having to reference stuff all the time. I think something that pushes me, I think, is a good thing as well. Keeps me motivated.
That's great. So now, about yourself, how often are you exercising at the moment?
Generally training gym 4 to 5 days a week.
Yeah. Now, with your golf as well, are you practicing for golf in between those and doing extra sessions on top of that?
Yeah, so at the moment, like I said, the last couple of months I've got back into playing.
Yeah.
So outside of my coaching hours, I'm probably practicing 3 to 4 days a week. At the moment, with my 4 to 5 days of training, I'm sort of getting, say, 3 proper muscle sessions, training sessions, and then trying to do 2 golf-specific stuff as well.
That's great. And so how long is each session go for when you're training in the gym?
Well, the golf-specific stuff generally might be a bit shorter. If that's by itself, that might only be half an hour.
Yeah.
Generally, if I might incorporate that or have a proper, say, a leg session, for example, probably around about an hour.
Yeah. So with this as well, are you just wanting a little bit more guidance on what things to do correctly? And all
Definitely,
that kind of
but I think once I very much know how to do the exercises correctly, like form, in terms of intensity and reps, I think I'm really good. Basically just, I'm someone like laid out in front of me, this is what I need to do, I stick to it, and I think I can reach my goals.
Yeah, and then just checking in every couple of weeks, or was it something more of a week-to-week basis that you liked?
I think even probably every couple of weeks, just to see if I'm on track, if I need to change the program at all, or if something needs to be altered. Yeah, for sure. That's
fine. That's good. Now, and what intensity do you like to train at? Are you a medium, light, heavy trainer?
I think I'd probably call myself, I'd say, a medium. I think once I get a better baseline of what I'm trying to train and just a proper form to do it, I think I'm better once I go high intensity with less time.
Yeah.
I find I do, the brain switches off sometimes. I need to be pushed a bit harder.
Okay, that's fine. So moderate for that one. And you haven't been pregnant, so that's fine. Now, is there any other medications that you take or anything like that just for this? No?
All good.
Do you have any serious medical concerns?
No, we've all got niggling injuries and things like that, but nothing serious that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. So, what we're also going to check today as well, we're going to do your heart rate. So, the best way that we do the heart rate, you can use machines for it, but you can also hold your fingers on your radius. I will take this test for you if that's okay. And we can either check for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and do it that way. So there's a couple of different things. That way we can get your resting heart rate so we know where we're sitting at the moment when it comes to your fitness and things like that, which is a good indicator. Also your blood pressure we're going to take as well. And then we've also got a few different measurements on your body just so we know what we're starting with, so we can see if you're in a high risk category when it comes to training, like you've have been training a fair bit, so hopefully that's going to play a part in this at the moment. So we're going to get your ratio for your waist and hips and also your BMI.
Yep.
So we're going to take a couple of measurements for that one today. So the first one we will do is your heart rate. So if you just grab that and we can count it. So it was 12 for 10 seconds. So we'll times that by 6 to get your beats per minute. That's done. Okay, now with your blood pressure, we have already taken this one. So we've got the reading already, which is in the normal category. It's 120/80, which is perfect blood pressure as well. So we know that you're keeping nice and healthy. Now we're going to take the waist measurements. So what we will do, we're just going to take your midsection here. So if you're able to stand,
Take it off.
yeah, that'd be great. Stand and put your hands across your chest like this, and you're happy for me to come around and take the measurement. So I'll hold that one there on your belly button, come around. So you've got your waist measurement. Okay, now we're also going to take your hips. So if you're able just to stand again, feet together for this one. And actually I'll get you to hold this one just there. Yep. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so now we've got your, so when it comes to your hip to waist ratio, so the way that we work this out as well, it means that depending on the different categories, you might be at a risk to having things like obesity and blood pressure and heart attacks. But from yours, we had 87 centimeters for your waist, and then we had 101 centimeters for your hips. So that brings you in 0.86, which is a low risk that you're going to have something like that, which is really good to start off with when you're training. The other thing we're going to look at as well to test your weight and also things like that is going to be your BMI, which is another indicator. So the way the BMI works, it's your weight and your height, and we have a formula that we look into. It's probably a bit technical, but that's something else. So if you're able just to jump on the scale so we can have a look at that one. So 81. And how tall are you as well?
About 5'10", so what does that equate to? I think that's...
About 179 centimetres?
Yeah, I think it's around about that. It's
Yeah,
not quite
fine.
180, I'm pretty sure.
That's fine. Okay. So we can work that one out. Now, as well as if you've mentioned about your job a few times, so even though you are coaching things like that, how's your job for activity wise? So is it sedentary or is it light activity, moderate or strenuous?
Well, I'd probably say moderate. I mean, basically the whole time I'm on my feet, moving around.
Yeah.
Either watching clients. We do sit down from time to time with video, but I'm always moving around, doing drills with them. I'd probably say moderate.
Yeah, that's fine. And how active is your day outside of your job as well?
Well, obviously outside of lessons, whether it's before, after, or in between, I'm always doing some bookwork, some videos, referencing
So
things.
sitting down a lot in those in times?
In those follow-up times, I might 5 or 6 times a day sit down for 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But generally I'm fairly active outside of that, but I do have spaces in the middle where I'm
So light
down.
activity, would you
Yeah,
say?
I'd
Yeah?
say so.
Okay. And how many hours of sleep do you get a night?
Not a great sleeper, I
Okay.
must admit. I wish I was better. I would probably say, look, on an average, 7 would be maximum. I'd
Okay.
probably, the general rule, 6 to 7 would be the most.
Okay. And in the past month, how often have you been physically restricted by your health? Is it never, once or twice?
I don't think I've been restricted
No?
by my health, no.
Okay. And in the past month, how often have you been emotionally affected by your health?
No, not at all. I
Never?
don't think I've been, no.
No, that's okay. And what statement describes your diet as well? So you feel like your diet is healthy and does not require changing. You feel like there are a few changes you could make to improve your health, or you feel like your diet requires a number of changes and you're not sure where to start.
I'd say I have a few changes. I like to think I'm pretty healthy, but I must admit I don't think I'm necessarily eating the right types of things at the right time of the day.
Okay.
I've got a baseline, but I definitely think I could use a bit of help.
So were you wanting to maybe look at going to a nutritionist or a dietitian and seeing if you could do that?
For sure, I think
Yeah.
that'd help.
That's fine. Well, what I can do, I can write you a reference for that as well, and you can go and have a chat to someone. So with your exercise plan that we're looking at, how many times a week are you thinking that you're going to be committed? Is it still going to be up around those 4 or 5 times a week that you're doing, or are you
I
thinking
think
dropping
so.
it back?
Yeah, I'd like to keep it at that. For
Yep.
Sure.
And as far as minutes per session, are you thinking that those half an hour sessions, they may just build to be an hour, or what were you wanting to do around those times?
I mean, I enjoy going to the gym. I like being there for longer. I think I don't always get the most out of the time in terms I might take a while to get involved in an exercise. So sometimes 45 minutes of more intensity would be better than the hour.
And with your work schedule as well, I'm sure that 45 minutes probably fits in a bit better.
Definitely.
You've got lessons, yeah?
Sure.
So what days do you normally train at the gym as well?
At this stage,
Yeah.
generally the days I have off are generally Sunday and Thursday.
Yeah?
And then I train outside of that. It changes a little bit from week to week, but most of the time I'm sort of either, I would say, sort of mid-morning or late afternoon I train.
Yep, okay. And what kind of exercise interests you? So we've got a couple of different things. So you've got walking. Do you do much walking or?
A little bit. I do that in terms of maybe some cardio, warming up, warming down. I'm not a massive walker in terms of just going out to the park.
Yeah.
I probably should, but I'm not.
Would you prefer running instead, or?
I think I used to run a lot as a kid. I have done not much at all running, but it's something that I want to enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Again, getting a better idea so I can run properly and do it without hurting myself.
Yeah. So, so you like running. You can do a bit of walking. Cycling.
Yeah, well, I enjoy cycling. It is stationary at the gym.
Yeah.
Same, I probably wouldn't hurt to go for a ride at the park or something like that.
But you don't mind doing it. Yeah. And what about rowing machine? You get on the rower?
I've done a little bit of that. I found I enjoy it, gets to sweat up. I get pretty fatigued very easily.
Okay.
It's something that I think with the program I would help, but I don't do a lot of it.
Okay, that's fine. And swimming? Do you do any swimming?
Not a whole lot.
No, that's okay. Cross trainer.
Little bits, yeah.
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 You like free weights? Is that right?
Yeah, a bit of a mix. Free weights, I think, it pushes me. It's a little bit more.
Yeah. And weight machines.
Yeah, same. I'm trying to cut back on that again. Whether with your program that'll be more that way, but I don't do as much as what I used to, which I think is better for me.
Okay. Yep. Stretching. Do you do a lot of stretching?
Yeah. I think again, getting a better idea of what to stretch, but I maybe at times over warm up or over stretch.
Okay. And sport as well. Obviously, you're a sportsman, so you do enjoy sport. Do you enjoy group fitness classes or group exercising classes?
I haven't done a lot, but I think if it was something in terms of what's going to help me, I think it would motivate me to help other people. Yeah, I'm for that.
And what type of exercise intensity would you like? Would you like a low intensity, moderate, or high?
I think high intensity. Again, going back to that time frame, I prefer to feel like I'm getting worked out more.
And do you have any fitness activities that just do not interest you at all? Like something that you really don't like doing at the gym?
Not so much. I think I used to really not enjoy legs because one, I struggled with strength and fitness with it.
Yeah.
Something I'm trying to enjoy more, but I can't do as much as I'd like. But I think with your help, that'll almost be something that will
That's fine.
get
So
better.
burpees don't bother you or anything like that?
No, again, don't do a lot because I probably don't have the idea, but
Yeah.
I think that can help.
Okay, that's perfect. So, pretty much we've got a disclaimer for this one. So, all of the information that you've provided during the screening is true and correct. You're aware that it is recommended that I undertake a full medical assessment before participating in exercise programs, being aware that your own health status and condition, and having knowledge that participation in physical activity programs carry elements of risk, but also voluntary and assume the risk is that you participate. Oh, I can't even read all this. Anyway, I'll just get you to read. I'll just get you to read this disclaimer as well, just so then we know that you're happy. All of this is fine. We can sign off that you're looking at all this type of training.
Yeah, looks all good.
Yeah, not a problem. So I'll get you to sign just to say that you're happy that this is all correct.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so getting back to this. Okay, so we've had a look at everything. As far as I'm concerned with everything, I think you should go to your GP and definitely have a chat to him just about your asthma. As far as the other tests we've gone through, blood pressure was fine as well, like it is normal in the range. We did do that testing at a chemist previously because we did not have a blood pressure machine. But we also had a look at your heart rate as well. So it was up at about 73. So 73